Hey y'all, welcome to Sensational Stamps and Racing Crafts. Today we are celebrating the July the July stamp release over at Sunsational Stamps. Of course, it is Christmas in July. I'm sorry, I've been sick lately. So if I sound funny or I have to clear my voice, not a whole lot I can do about it, and I apologize. Okay, if you are watching this and it is July 25th, head over to the Sensational Stamps Facebook page. You're going to find the entire release for July, as well as games and prizes and all kinds of fun things. So go ahead and hop over there and check it out. Today I'm using Santa here. He is one of the new releases, and he is so cute. I love him. There's a lot of cute ones this time, but I love this Santa. And I printed him because I get him in digiform, of course. I just printed him on some Spectrum Noir marker, Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth Premium White Cardstock. And I colored him with Spectrum Noir markers. And if you click the information bar below, you're either going to see a link to my blog, or you're going to find a link to all of the design team blogs. And if you click on mine, which would be Carla Townsend, it's going to take you directly to my blog, where you will find a list of supplies and measurements for this card. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be making a shaker card. I don't make them very often because, frankly, I have a slight issue with controlling things. And I don't like how when you make them, all the shaker stuff sticks to the foam tape. So I'm using this tool today. It's called the We Are Memory Keepers Fuse tool. And I am using it and a, what is it called? I have to grab the paper because I can't think of what it is. It's a sheet protector. That's what I'm using. I'm using a sheet protector to make my shaker element, which I like a whole lot. And I did go ahead and start it before I turned the camera on because I didn't want you to have to sit and watch the whole thing. So I went ahead and sealed the sides, but I left just a little gap up here for me to fill. Now what my friend taught me how to do, because she did it before I did, I just took my frame, which is this here, and this is it's called the Snowflake frame, and it's from freesvgs.blogspot.com. And I just cut it in black because I just thought black looked nice, and my friend agreed. Actually, she told me to use black, and I agreed. And all I do is I just draw a line with my Sharpie pen, and it's going to rub right off, so you don't have to worry. And on this one, I drew a line on the inside of my frame as well as the outside. So I knew what kind of space I was working with and how much I could do. So I'm going to go ahead and fill my little shaker guy, and I'm using some Wow. I don't even know what you would call them. The package calls them glitter shapes. I got them after Christmas last year. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open this pocket, and I'm just going to blow a little air in it to really kind of open it up. And I'm just going to start dropping my little shapes in. I really should have given myself a tiny bit more room, but I didn't. See? I'll just take the top off because that's what I did last time. Oop. Oop. Sorry. My dog has decided now is a good time to bark. Oops. I have a oopsie in there that I do not like. I don't like when the glitter sticks together in clumps. So I usually break those apart, so that would bother me. And I've got 2 different sets of wow glitter shaped things here. So I'm just gonna do just a few sprinkles, oops, of everybody here. I did learn last night, I did one. And I'm going to do some of these fun little Christmas lights. You can't get too much in here because I did do this one the other day. And if you get too much in, it doesn't want to shake. But I'm still learning, so it's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle some dinosaurs. Wow. Some reindeer. Alright, so maybe I'll just take a little pinch of them, because these guys don't seem to want to come out. Alright, and I'm going to grab, oops, and then they didn't want to wait their turn. Okay. Oops. We'll get them gathered back up. All right. Okay. Let's try that again. You could use whatever you wanted. You could put some glitter in there. You could put sequins. It just so happens I have these little Christmas shapes. And then I've got these bigger ones that I got at, I want to say, these came from Walmart in the Christmas department after Christmas. And I'm going to throw some of them in. They're just some bigger present shapes. Just like that. And I think that's probably a pretty good because you don't want a whole lot in there, but you want enough that, you know, people can see it. Okay, so now I'm going to just grab my seal ruler here, and I'm just going to line that up and just run my fuse tool. Oops, that didn't work right. There we go. And it will kind of melt into the paper, and you just peel it up. Okay, so there's our shaker. See how cute that is? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unplug it so I don't burn myself and move it somewhere. Somewhere. Out of the way. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to pull in the rest of my pieces here. And I'm going to go ahead and do some stamping. No, I'm not. I lied. I'm going to do my first part of the gluing. And okay, and I'm going to kind of chase everything to the center while I do that. And I'm just going to use some glossy accents. Because it's nice and sticky and it works well. After I reopen it. Okay. Alright, so now okay. I'm okay with a rather, you know, large dot of this glue for two reasons. Number one, I want to make sure that it sticks together. I don't know why it's doing this. But, and two, this glue dries clear anyways. So if it does kind of ooze, it's not really going to show a lot. Okay. Now you obviously want to hide your seam marks. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to grab a baby wipe because it did ooze out like I thought it would, but that's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and run along my edge there. Okay. Now I'm going to flip it over and let it dry. And now I'm going to do my stamping. I'm going to grab my little stamp foam guy here. And I'm going to grab the inside of my card here. And I forgot to dig out earlier my cottage ivy ink, so I apologize. You have to see me digging for stuff. Okay, so this is a Stampability Christmas stamp. It's called, I believe it's In the Eyes of Children, I believe. Okay. And I'm just going to try and get it as straight as I can. And I need this Merry Christmas that I forgot to get out. I like using different stamps from different sets and just kind of piecing them together. I think it's fun and it lets me use multiple sets. Oh, until you do that. Well, shall we try that again? See, we all drop an inked up stamp on it just as we're finishing. It's not just you. Alright, let's try this one more time. There we go. And we'll try to hold on to it this time. go. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab this other white piece here, and what's gonna happen is it's going to go behind this piece. But I have to stamp it before I do that. Okay. So I'm going to use Santa here to kind of help me place where I want my other stamped image to go. And I'm going to ink this guy with the same Cottage Ivy ink. Whoops. And I think that's where I want it stamped. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. And I'm going to start adhering my layers together. Okay. And I'm just using some ATG tape here. Just like that. And I'm going to adhere my pattern paper the same way. I just kind of line it up the best I can. Usually I use my other finger on this hand, on my right hand. But all the paper wants to do is stick to my finger, well, my Band-Aid actually. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and put the inside of our card on the inside of the card base. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and put the first couple layers of our card front down too. Okay. So I'm going to grab our shaker piece. And I'm going to use foam tape behind it, just like you would for a normal shaker card, except for it's not a shaker card. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my foam tape and my non-stick scissors. And I desperately need to clean these scissors too. Okay. And I just cut thin little strips off. And I'm going to just put it along the back edge here. And I'm going to pause this while I finish going ahead and putting foam tape around the edge, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I went ahead and I actually put 2 layers of foam tape around here. And now I'm going to peel the backing off, which shouldn't be too difficult here. And I'm going to go ahead and line it up over this white. There we go. Okay. And that still leaves us lots of room for our shaker. And some of it's going to stick in different places. Okay, now I'm going to grab some, I'm just going to use some art glitter glue here. And that was way more than I needed. Sorry for the door opening here.
King Bob!
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little glue. And we'll get this guy stuck down. Just like that. I didn't quite get him lined up well, but that's okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put Santa right about there. And I'm going to go ahead and use some art glitter glue on him as well. And we're gonna stick him right here, just like that. And that's our card for today. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see y'all next time.